No, honest to God, I didn't have a natural way of putting myself into this, so I just sort of fucked it all, and then just like, hey, I'm just gonna play my guitar like a show off. So, gamers. We as a niche group of people have had many people know it already, taking the stab at video games for seemingly no fucking reason. These same people would say that the medium of video games have a negative impact on the youth of today, but their arguments are based on subjectivity and loose connections to pin the blame on video games. Though even from my point of view, I can see where they're coming from in terms of the mental, physical, social, and emotional well-beings of us teenagers. You know, it says here that I'm supposed to say the mass majority of teenagers are impressionable and irresponsible. But I'm just gonna say the majority of us are idiots. Like, there's a fine line of impressionable and irresponsible. Well, we're all idiots. I can see their concerns. But on the contrary of what I believe about teenagers on the whole, even though I am one, I would like to show you some evidence that video games do have a good impact on teenagers in those four health aspects. At first glance, you wouldn't think that video games are mentally taxing compared to what you do in everyday life. After all, it's just sitting on your ass, twiddling your thumbs on a remote control specifically designed for that intended use. And it's true. But playing video games can be quite the mental gymnastics. I am not shitting you. Just like meditating can relieve stress and help you control your anxieties, playing video games can help you improve your visual motor skills and reflexes. In an article by Peter Gray, PhD, shows evidence that playing games for 50 hours a week can help improve people's multitasking skills, mental flexibility, reduce mental deduction, and even improvement in some job-related skills. So per se, you were playing a game that needed you to pay attention to multiple things at once, like Dark Souls, Cuphead, or any amount of first-person shooters. You as the player need to ask yourself questions like, well, how many resources do I have? How much health do I have compared to my enemy? Or, okay, I know what to do, how do I do it? And more often than not to newer players, what the fuck is going on? Now mind you, this is all happening in the span of seconds, and in some cases, an unfathomable amount of small time. Maybe not that last one, but that's besides the point. These are the sorts of things that players deal with when playing fast-paced games. It's just the nature of it. Now, I'm sure you'd want your child to be able to manage and comprehend concepts like time, money, because those are just the sorts of things that adults deal with on an everyday basis. But I'm sure the type of gymnastics you want to hear about is the physical kind, because video games aren't really physically taxing by nature. Case in point, Nintendo Wii. And the Wii back in the day, it encouraged a bunch of people to get off their asses to play games like Wii Sports, Wii Fit, Wii Sports Resorts, and Just Dance. 2020. The controller for the Wii was specifically designed so that more people would get moving, so more people would have fun. This accessibility came from Shigeru Miyamoto's thought process of wanting people to actually pick up the controller instead of asking whether or not they could use it in the first place. This resulted in many games taking advantage of the controller's unique ability to detect motion. It also helped people to, quote, get up, get down. This philosophy of game design has helped many more people to get into the groove of exercising. Remember Pokemon Go? That game has recorded all of its players walking upwards of 23 billion kilometers. Apparently it can get you to Pluto, and back here, and back there to Pluto. But having these short-term goals of having Pokemon and Pokestops have really helped a lot more people want to go out more often. Mind you, there are still 5 million people playing this game daily. Guess what? I'm one of them. It's gotten me off my ass. And with games like Just Dance 2020 and Dance Dance Revolution are good games to have exercise with, they're also just good games for you and your mates to just fuck around with. The topic of you and your mates, I'm pretty sure everyone is aware of the stereotype of a fat guy, the neckbeard, who has too much time in his hands playing video games and has at least fucking 5 figurines of his favorite character. More often than not, anime, big, huge, fucking unnaturally big titties. But nowadays that can't be further from the truth. Except the figurine part. Anyways, as many of you know, games like Fortnite, Overwatch, League of Legends, Pokemon, Street Fighter, fucking a game called Sailor Moon S. Yes, I'm not shitting you. It's a fighting game. Have both online and offline communities around these games so that they can socialize and play the game and all the other stuff that they do. There are even communities around games that you may have never even heard of. Games like Earthbound, Ace Attorney, Persona, King of Fighters, fucking Segren Kagra.
Is it on?
Oh shit, I'm wasting electricity. Let's switch over to the acoustic. Show us the acoustic. Oh, my ass! Hurts. Some people have even made a huge impact on the gaming community, which in turn has made them famous. In some cases, like, mainstream people know them. Fucking... Like that one time Drake played with Ninja. Some notable people in these communities that come off the top of my head would be Zero, Mewtwo King, Danny Aaron of Game Grumps, Vinesauce, all the people that contribute to See the Gunner, Markiplier, fucking PewDiePie. And those are just the people who come off the top of my head when talking about video games. There are some people that I don't even know by name. I just know them by the things that they do. And the stuff they do, pretty amazing. Some people play music, some people do art, some people dress up as their favorite characters. That's called cosplay. Some people make content out of the games that they like. All the YouTubers that I mentioned prior. People raise money for cancer prevention. That's cool. And sometimes they're just really good people to hang around. Finally, video games are an interactive medium. A medium where you take control of characters in the game. And just like an author's job is to take you to a different world, a game designer's job is to make sure that you're engaged with the game's mechanics and story. This goal has been accomplished in a myriad of ways. One example being that the demons of hell have invaded Mars. It's only a matter of time that they're going to invade Earth too. You're the world's last hope. What do you do but shoot them in the face and kick demon ass? That game is doomed. Another one. You're a high schooler who got sued by a rich drunk man you injured because he was being an asshole to a woman. And all of a sudden you got anime powers. It happens. And now you have to serve justice to other asshole adults who are scumbags and, in some cases, pedophiles. Ooh. And also there's a cat that keeps you at gunpoint to make sure that you go to sleep. Persona 5. Last one. Your idiot of father manages to destroy all the stars in the sky. You need to fix that. What do you do but roll up everything in the world, including alive people, so that you can bring them to your father so that he can turn them balls into stars? Katamari Damacy. That last one's a weird one, but all these games evoke many different emotions, from dread, excitement, fear, to what the fuck is going on? Katamari Damacy is a fun one. But all these emotions are natural, and all of us experience them. But maybe using these games aren't the best example for showing that games have a positive emotional effect on people, so let's go with Life is Strange. This game alone has exposed many people to many different scenarios, to many different emotions, to many different connections with many different characters within the game. The main character, Max, who started school recently, she studies photography, she studies under her idol, and she has a bitch for a classmate. Her long-lost friend, Chloe, who is a rebellious young woman and who is embodiment of teenagehood these days and has the most lovely stepfather. Her current friend, Warren, who she friend zones to the 8th degree and also happens to be the everyday and every school geek. Kate, who is the religious girl who's just there until she's... And many different characters you get to interact with. I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't played this game in a long while, but when I did play it, it made me cry. Honestly, I put an emotional investment into this game, and it made me feel like I had a sort of connection with these characters and the story as a whole. And it helped that the game was designed with all these story branches. It was sort of like a make your own story book sort of thing, and the choices that you had to make, it really impacted me when playing the game. And there was 2 scenarios that came to mind when writing this. It was the suicide event with Kate. Basically, essentially, she was going through some shit, normal every school shit, and then you had to go stop her. You had to go stop her, and then there was a chance that you couldn't save her, even though you said the right things, but there was a chance that you couldn't save her, and it made me choke a bit. I wasn't able to save her due to prior choices I made in the game, and it made me choke. There was another event, the very end of the game. Basically, you had to choose between your long-lost friend Chloe, who you spent over the course of the game with, and you either had to save her or you had to save the town. The stakes were that you space-time continuum fucked. The world's out to get Chloe, and she knows it. She wants to kill herself, but it's your choice to whether you want to save her or the town. I saved the town, made me choke inside, made me cry, because okay, it was hard, man. It was just like something else that night. I did end up crying at the end of the game. Video games have an impact on us youths, whether you like it or not. They've made an impact on me, and they've helped me become the person I am today. And just like with everything, they have their ups and downs. Fuck off, I know every single one of them are. I don't. It's like they have their ups and downs. But today I presented some evidence that they do in fact have goods. Like helping people with their managing skills, reflexes, getting people to exercise in some cases, giving people a place to socialize, people a place to have experiences and connections, and medium that no other medium can replicate. Nothing can replicate video games. And I hope that I have given you all the evidence that you need to say. It's like, hey, video games aren't that bad. Especially not us youths. But, I am me because video games. Look at all this. It's because of video games. Have helped. And I do sincerely hope that they have helped at least one person in your life become the person that they have become. That's why video games are good. They're not as bad as people may point them out to be.